Hello and welcome to another Apex Racing League race highlights video from me, Zephyr. This is my third race of the championship, having joined quite late on, and I'm looking to improve on my second place result in Japan, my fourth place result in Korea. So here we are, jumping into the qualifying round. Smuffler currently has pole with a 134.5. I'm only a tenth down on that, all the way down to fourth, so everyone seems to be very close. Conditions are wet, as you can see. On the intermediate tyres, the game suggested we all use that, so we all went out on the intermediate tyres. It's definitely intermediate weather. A little bit wide there, probably lost a little bit of time, but as it's wet weather, a lot of people will be struggling around their laps, so it's not too much of an issue. Here we are, heading down to the braking zone. Usually brake at about 150, braking here about 175, nice, slow down. Not even accelerating until now, there we go. A little bit of wheel spin off the curb. Managed to control it. We're almost 6/10 up on our previous lap. Take it around here. Gone very wide, cut that a little bit. That would have actually lost us some time, contrary to what you would imagine. Went very slowly around there, almost lost the back end, had to get off out of the accelerator, so I lost more time there. Around here, gone a little bit wide around here. I'm losing all sorts of time here in sector 2. Yeah, there we go, I've lost another 3/10. I'm only 3/10 up on my time, whereas I was 6/10 up in sector 1. The end of the lap, definitely nowhere near as good as the beginning. Got that corner nice and slowed down though. I think that was a nice corner. Fake Ghost Parrot sets the new fastest time of 134.3. Looking to beat that. We're on course to just about beat it. We get a 134.3, a whole 9 thousandths of a second slower than Fake Ghost Pirate. After everything else that happened in qualifying, we ended up in 5th. Fake Ghost Pirate with his time 9 thousandths ahead of me, just in 4th place. And here we go, straight into the race. Starting in 5th. Looks like Usain's got an awful start there at the front. Fake Ghost Pirate taking the centre of the track. Smuffler coming up my inside, he brakes very early, so I get to take the apex. Gone a little bit deep and I've hit Fake Ghost Pirate. I do let him back through. Outbrake him into this corner. And oh, SHX has locked it up there and gone straight into Hussein, taking him out. Granted me 2nd place. I can tell you with the benefit of hindsight that SHX was complaining about someone bumping him in turn 1. Maybe I did, but I was neither behind him or close enough to have hit him, unless there's a very big lag bubble. Unfortunately that might be the case. If it was, I apologise. I've gone up very deep here, I'm going to lose more positions. Come back on the track and Fake Ghost Pirate, getting no room whatsoever. Smuffler also going around the outside, so I've lost 2 positions in 1 corner there after a great start, but all in all, this lap I'm up from 5th to 4th, so it's going well so far. We're going to follow Smuffler around sector 2 here. Gone a bit wide there, a little bit of grass I'd actually aware of before this corner. Smuffler's gone very wide there and I've gone up the inside. And I crossed the white line, it's the game's told me to give it back. I have to surrender the position back to him. A little bit unfair I feel, as I had to take evasive action because he was very slow. Nothing I could do about that, but oh well, gave the position back and we'll try and pass him again later. That's given Fake Ghost Pirate the opportunity to build a gap between us. He's now chasing down Amstel in 1st place and I've got Racing Genius right on my backside. And because of the, I've turned him very early there. That's lost me some time. That's increased the gap to Smuffler ahead of me. Racing Genius has caught me. Don't think he'll be able to pass, I'll go defensive. Oh no, I won't, I'll pull back to the left. Let him go in. He's gone far too deep there. I should be able to take the place back, and I do. So Racing Genius there, as you see on the option tyre, on the soft tyre. Everyone else on the hard tyre, the prime tyre. Racing Genius forgot that because of the wet conditions, he had to pick his own tyres for the beginning of the race, and he went ahead and left it on the options by accident. Everyone else switched into the prime, so he started on the options. Ideally for him, he would want to pass us all very quickly and get up the positions. As Smuffler goes wide, I think I'll be able to take that position back. Yeah, I do. That drops him back down into a fighting position with the Racing Genius, put it up to Ridge to try and build a nice gap. As I was saying, the ideal situation for Racing Genius is to get up into 1st place in the first stint on the options, in the quicker tyres, and pull away from us all. But that's just not happening right so far. He's still back down in 5th. People on the prime tyres seem to be quicker than him, especially Fake Ghost and Amstel up in 1st and 2nd. They're pulling away from us, as you can see. I took that very nicely though. Didn't take that nicely. turned in far too early. What I found on that corner is that sometimes the back end slips out around the left-hand corner, and you turn in and you don't have enough grip, and you only just make the corner. Other times it feels like the back end's sliding out, but it's actually not. You turn in, you get so much grip that you just end up cutting the corner. I do it a few times during this race. Very sorry for anyone that really doesn't like corner cutting. Absolutely not my fault. I wasn't doing it deliberately. It's just very difficult to judge the grip. I'm still setting a fast lap of 1:31.9 there. I've got 1:32.0, so only a tenth down on him. I feel confident with my good pace, and Racing Genius and Smurf are holding each other up, having a fight behind, so that's giving me the chance to drive as fast as I possibly can to chase Fake Ghost Parrot and Amstel down. Skipping ahead then to the end of lap 5. Looks like I haven't caught Fake Ghost Parrot or Amstel at all. And Smuffler's right behind me. I think he's in my DRS. Yep, he's in my DRS range. I go defensive onto the inside, give him just enough room on the outside, get it slowed down to the apex, get it turned in nice and early to block off the cutback. Accelerate slightly late so that he can't get the cutback. He's driving to the back of me. It's a little bit of a cheeky move, but it's perfectly legal. Again, he will have DRS. It looks like Racing Genius will have DRS on him, behind him too. I go to the middle of the track. I'm going to pick left to right. I'm going to stay to the right, give him just enough room to get through, which he does. Both break in the braking zone. He goes a little bit deep. I also go very deep. Absolute mistake. Can only apologise to Smuffler for that. That's lost him 2 positions. I don't think there was any contact made though, so we both managed to come out of that relatively unscathed, but Smuffler there losing 2 positions, and now I've got Racing Genius on the quicker tyres behind me, hunting me down into the next DRS zone on the start-finish straight. Should get there in about 10-15 seconds. Gonna have to see if we can defend from him. Although we appear to have made a gap on him. He's now 1.1 seconds behind. Which means he won't get the DRS if that gap stays the same. Get this nice and on the power, nice and early. That very nicely done. Looks like he's dropped back into the fight with Smuffler. Must have made a mistake. It's brilliant for us. It means that we get to concentrate on catching Amstel ahead now. Looks like Fake Ghost Parrot has got himself into first. That's brilliant. Brilliant for him. And there we go. We've made extra time on Racing Genius, so he definitely won't have DRS this lap. Here we go. Skipping ahead to the end of that lap. Again, doesn't look like I'm catching the people ahead. Looks like we're all on very even pace. Smuffler 1.6 seconds behind me. He has got back past Racing Genius. And that's me setting the fastest lap of the race with a 1:30.7. Pretty much a 1:30.8, I'll be honest. And Smuffler right behind me setting a much quicker lap. Stealing my glory. It's a shame. That's a very nice lap from him. Still 1.5 seconds ahead of him, so I don't think he'll get DRS here. He's still fighting with Racing Genius. So far this race has just been me failing to catch people ahead, failing to be caught by the people behind. But the 5 of us, first to 5th. Oh, I've gone onto the curb there. That's a huge mistake. What happened there is I dropped my left front onto the curb, which meant I couldn't put the full brakes on, otherwise I would just lock up. And I ended up running wide. Thankfully I didn't lose the position. As you can see, I'm still in 3rd place, but Smuffler is right behind me. I'm probably going to use a little bit of curves here to defend into this break, and I get a little bit of curves, maybe about a quarter. Yep, there we go. Go defensive to the right, make him go around the outside, give him just enough room. Very slowly across the apex. Put the car slightly right so he can't cut back again, same as I did last time. Show him the outside. Give him just enough room. Try and turn it in to block the cutback yet again, which we have done. He's got a much better traction. He took a very wide line. We'll squeeze him to the right, give him just enough room to get a car through. He had the DRS on us, so he'll open his... Oh no, I got the DRS. That's very interesting. I thought he got it. I got the DRS. I'll come back at him. Brake very early because I did DRS. Haven't had it yet. I'm not sure what the braking zone is. He manages to retain the position. And Racing Genius isn't close enough to be a threat, so it's just me and Smuffler at this point. Go around here. Oh, cutting that corner slightly. On the power too early, I've gone straight to the wall. Thankfully I didn't lose my entire wing, just lost an end plate. I have, however, lost position to Racing Genius. And a position to SHX. It's definitely not what I wanted. I'm now under pressure from Silver Hour as well, until I get all this grass off my tyres. And balls up this entire race now. I was up with the top 5. You can see the top 2 up there, Racing Junior, Fakeless Parrot and Amstel, first and second, going across the finish line now. And you've got Smuffler going around the last corner, closely followed by Racing Genius in the Ferrari. The top 4 are now very much out of touch with those guys. But I was up there. It's very disappointing. I've probably lost, look at this lap time, 130.7 down to a 140.4, so I've lost probably 10.5 seconds there on the time I could possibly have had. So that's a huge blow to my race. But right now, tyres are still fine. I've lost an end plate, which is going to cost me 2.5 seconds extra in the pit stop. So that crash has cost me about 13 seconds in total. I'm under pressure from Silver Arrow, which we will definitely get DRS here, I believe. Having been so far up the track, I believe I'm much quicker than Silver Arrow and SHX at this point, but Silver Arrow is making a really bold move there. There's absolutely no way he was going to be able to pull off that pass. He was far too far back. DRS wasn't that powerful. Completely outbraked himself. I managed to let him through, get the cut back, and drive away. I'm now at the DRS zone, so hopefully I should be able to just pull away from him. As we'll see here, we'll skip ahead a lap or so. Looks like Silver Arrow is still right behind me. I haven't managed to get away from him at all. He'll definitely have the DRS on me here. He's much closer. He should be able to pass me before the braking zone for the next corner. We'll glide the car across to the middle, look back. Are we going to go left? Are we going to go right? We've picked the left. He's gone to the right. And he's pulled back in front of me. That's off. Oh, he's braked at like 200 there. He's braked far too early, and I've gone into the back of him. Not my fault at all. And I've nudged him off. Skipping ahead. Oh, to the end, only to the end of that lap actually. So yeah, still got Silver Arrow behind. He's going to have DRS again. It's very close. I don't have any curves to defend with. Oh, he's dropped back a bit. He hasn't got a great distraction off that corner, so I don't think he'll be able to challenge for this corner. We'll just brake at the normal braking zone. Turn the car in. Oh, we've gone a bit wide. Got a little bit of auto braking there. We'll show him the outside.
Okay, it looks like the car ahead is trying
We'll
to create
try and
a
turn in nice and tight, block the cutback, and get on the power. But even then, he's going to have the DRS. I've used all my curves this time. Go to the middle of the track. I can still pick whether to go left or right. Got that decision to make. He's going to go to the left. I'll squeeze him, give him just enough room to get the car through, brake at the normal braking zone. Again, turning in to try and block the cutback, but I think he might have got it. Yep, he's just about got the cutback. I'll give him just enough room to put the car down the side of the track. He's decided not to go for it. He's behind me. And I've managed to defend the position there. Not sure why he didn't try and go around the outside of me, but I gave him the room. But he didn't do it, he didn't go for it. Obviously I've only been in the league 3 races, so people have got to get used to how everyone else drives. I do drive quite fairly. I always give people room. People will learn that eventually. Again, he's in the DRS zone. Is he close enough to affect a pass? I think he might try it down the inside here if he's bold. No, he's very clever. Decides to wait for the main straight. There's no way he was going to do that. He would have just taken us both out. Oh, he's managed. He's going to try and get me before the corner. And he's gone so slow that I've ended up having to try and get the cutback and taking the bollard out. That's going to cost me a lot of time. I should get the DRS on him though. Oh, I think maybe he gets the DRS on me. Yep, he gets the DRS, opens his wing. Then he also gets the DRS on the both of us. Should be able to get past. I take the right hand line, show him the outside. And block the undercut. So the cutback, not the undercut. That's the pit stop. There we go. Managed to defend the position. And catch up slightly to Silver Arrow around that corner. He must have taken it slowly or had an issue. Oh, cut that. Left-hander. Didn't want to spin again. Oh, on the throttle very gingerly. I've got that all wrong. Jumped over the curb. Should give Fernie just enough room around the outside. I'll try and keep the inside line for the next corner. No, I was very clever there. Decided to slot back in behind him, follow him around, and wait until the main straight. Fernie's taken that all wrong. I've managed to get alongside him. Tapped him a little bit there. I think I'll let him back through. Very courteously. I didn't mean that. Complete accident. Let off the throttle to let him back ahead, and we got DRS. Are we going to be able to overtake it down into turn 1? Is he going to go defensive? He's not. I'm going to take the inside line. brake very, very early. Still going wide. I think I tried to trail brake a little bit too early there. Just didn't have enough brakes to get it slowed down. He's managed to get back past. I should have the DRS again though. Get on the power nice and early. Use a lot of the curb. Managed to stay right behind him. See if I can get the slipstream. Yeah, Sauber is very quick in a straight line. Usually behind a car like this you'd be catching them up. Even with the DRS open. Struggling to catch him. And I can tell you my gears were set all the way to the right for this track I believe. So I should have a lot more straight line speed. Just going to follow him around here. I'm not entirely sure what lap I pit on. It's been a couple of weeks now since the race. That's probably why I should have commentated a little bit earlier. I think I might be pitting on lap, I think it's lap 17, do 13 laps on the options. I think the recommended lap was lap 18 or 19 was the recommended lap. I've gone very wide there and have to cut the right hander. Yeah, I think the recommended lap was 18 or 19 and I wanted to get the undercut on people like Vernie at Silver Arrow ahead. So I pitted a couple laps earlier than I usually would have. Yeah, I think I pit on lap 17, judging by the fact that we're carrying on here. I'm very far behind, but I seem to get the DRS. It should get me close enough, as long as I get this corner right, to try and get a pass down the main straight, but we have seen that the Sauber is very quick. Despite Codemasters telling us that this is equal car settings. Clearly isn't. The Sauber is very quick in a straight line. But hey ho. I'm sure they'll get it right with the next game. Maybe. Who knows. With the DRS open, are we going to close in? 7th gear, nowhere near. Oh, hit the limiter at 212. Didn't even get close. That car is an absolute monster. No reason Racing Genius wants it back. No wonder, even. Not sure why I said no reason. We've been following this battle for a very long time. We are very close. We're, I think, within half a second of him. We have been since he overtook. But we just lost a lot of time there. Maybe a couple of tenths. We're on far too wide. Yep, we're now at 8 tenths behind. Still in the DRS range. Jumped that corner nicely. Taken very well. Very late to that. Trail braking into the apex and then on the throttle as you can hear. Picking our tyres because we're pitting early. We need to tell the game what tyres we want. Then he's also pitting very early. That's disappointing. I wanted the undercut. Should have pit the previous lap. Oh well, we pitted from 8 tenths behind him. We've got a bit of a wing to add on. It's going to cost 2.5 seconds actually. Should be a 5.3 second stop I believe. 5.4, that's the one. I think Vernie also had a bit of a wing to get back, so his pit stop should have been roughly the same.
Stay clear of the white line, we don't want a penalty.
But it looks like somehow he's managed to get a huge gap on me. Either my engineer was lying when he told me that the car ahead had front wing damage, or somehow Vernie's managed to get all out of check there. Vernie has managed to get, as I said, I was 8 tenths behind him. I'm now 3.5 seconds behind maybe. We'll see down this next straight. Very disappointing. Gone very wide there again. I dropped the left front on the curb. Couldn't brake as hard as I would have wanted to. But it's a shame, but I didn't really lose much time. There I am, 3.2 seconds behind. Somehow losing 2.4 seconds in a pit stop, which is actually how much it adds for the front wing change, so maybe he didn't need the front wing change and that was the problem, but I think myself, Smuffler, Fake Ghost and Amstel were the 4 quickest people on this circuit, for sure. It's very easy to say that down in 9th, but I think we were, and I think I proved that by catching this group ahead, going around the next corner and overtaking Vernie. It's just frustrating with that crash at the beginning of the race on lap 10. I'm back down in these kind of positions. There we are. Fake Ghost obviously on the options now, setting a 1:28.7. Be interesting to see what kind of times I'm getting on the options, because I know that Fake Ghost was a couple tenths a lap quicker than me in practice. Smuffler there, 128.5. Very similar lap time from him. So what kind of lap time I'm going to get? Got the DRS obviously on Vernie. Going to get a 128.7. A couple tenths slower on this muffler and make Ghost Pirate. Going to brake nice and early, follow him around this corner despite having the DRS. Could have gone up the inside, but it was very dangerous. I was a little bit too far back. So we'll get DRS again here. Brake nice and early, go very wide. Oh no, turned in. Vernie's had issues there. Just put me off, got me all confused. Use all of the curves. Open the DRS now. See if we can catch him. But as I said, Sauber is very quick in a straight line, but it does look like we're catching him this time. Up to 213. There we go. Scared him a little bit. We've got our arrow very close to him. That would have put him off slightly. And he gave us the run on the inside. It was very nice of him. Very fair driving. No contact made between either driver. He did manage to keep the position. But I just let him know that I was there. Keep the pressure on at this stage of the race. It's fair to say that I'm quicker. And I just need to get past and catch this group of 3 cars ahead. If I get into 8th past Vernie, I can then go up into 5th if I catch and overtake these 3 cars. Coming up to the end of the lap. I've got 9 laps to do it. Fairly confident that I could do it. I've got the speed. So see if we can. Oh, I was hoping we could get him into turn 1 there, but we got auto braking from going a little bit too wide. Concentrating a little bit too much on getting the DRS open. Failed to get the car turned as much as I would like, but I am still very close. Taking that corner very nicely. Get a nice braking zone here, go nice and wide. Oh, I've locked it up, it's not great, but I have got it tucked in on the power nice and early. Use all the curves and the slipstream. Then he also made a little bit of a mistake. So we're definitely going to be able to get him down into this braking zone. Open the DRS. Sauber is very quick, just pulling away from me a little bit there before I open the DRS. He's gone defensive on the inside, I'm going to try and go around the outside, but very late. He'll try and come back. I'll try and get the cut back, but he's blocked it. Very cheekily there, not accelerating where he should have, and I've just tapped him in the back. But I have managed to get up the inside of him, take the apex and the curve on the outside, and I've managed to take the position. Now, all I have to do, I say all I have to do, it's very difficult, Vernie is a very quick driver, that's why he's leading the championship. All I have to do is keep him behind me. Skipping forward a couple of laps, it looks like I have kept him behind me. He's now 1.5 seconds behind, so he's not in the DRS zone, and I'm chasing down Racing Genius, who at this point is on the prime tyres, having started on the options. Everyone else on the options now, on the much quicker tyres, chasing him down, so he's lost all these positions. Which is very disappointing for him. I'm sure he'd have wanted to be in the same position as us right now, but it looks like he's lost a couple of positions in the last few laps, and I definitely want to take that from him and then catch the 2 cars ahead in the next 6 laps. Looks like I've set a new quickest lap with a 128.6. Not the fastest lap of the race, but it's a new personal best for me. I'm not sure when I did that, I wasn't paying much attention. 1.2 behind Racing Genius now. We need to find a 1/4 of a second to get within the DRS. We've got a sector and a half to do it. He's taken that very wide, looks like I might be able to do it. Might be able to get close enough to him. Oh, he's gone very wide there, he's extending the track, a little bit cheeky of him. Oh, we've both gone wide here. I've had to cut the corner a little bit. Complete accident, I've gone up the inside, taken the apex, and he's turned right into me. He's knocked me onto the curb. A little bit aggressive there from Racing Genius, but, you know, a racing incident in my opinion. We've taken the position. Some could argue that I cut the corner there, gained an advantage, but equally he went wide, got a little bit of auto braking, and so you could argue that he lost the advantage, and then got a little bit frustrated and bumped me around the corner. Refused to acknowledge that I was on the inside of him. Again, reiterate, I think that's a racing incident. Can tell you with the benefit of hindsight that he did report me to the stewards for that, but nothing has happened in the last 2 weeks about that. So the result of this race should stand. Looks like I've got out of the DRS range of Racing Genius there. He's just over a second behind, where he might get back into it. Have I made a mistake around that corner? I'm catching Hussein. who's in 6th, who's had a pretty awful race. I think he got taken out at the start by SHX, as you saw on the first lap on the second corner. And he's been suffering since then. I think he pit very early for his tyres. We're going to show Racing Genius to the outside here, get it slowed down, get it turned into the apex, block the cutback. He's decided to go all the way around the outside. I thought he was going to try and cut back, but he went all the way around the outside, completely unexpected. As you can see, we're significantly ahead of him, push him to the left. Oh wow, I did not expect that at all. As you saw down the straight, I pushed him to the left so that he would have to get out of the brakes. There was absolutely no way he was going to be able to pass me with the angle that I gave him on the corner. I cut to the right, turned in, expecting him to have braked. No, he just bombed straight into the inside of the corner, took me out. If my front tyre hadn't hooked onto his rear tyre, he would definitely have gone wide there. He had far too much speed. In the end, he used me as a brake, knocked me off the track and carried on. Maybe that's him just being a little bit angry from the previous collision. Again though, Racing Genius having a collision with Hussein Kadwa. Racing Genius really driving aggressively this race. Doesn't seem to care about anyone else on the circuit. It's a little bit disappointing from someone who's 2nd or 3rd in the championship. You'd expect them to be a little bit more mature. Oh well. What can you do? Here I am, sat in 6th place. Obviously, Racing Genius, Hussein Kadwa, the 2 people I just overtook. They were part of the group of 3 that we were chasing earlier, along with Silver Arrow. And Racing Genius and me fighting has caused Silver Arrow to be able to drive away. So he's now 4.4 seconds ahead. It's lap 27. I've got 3 laps left of this race to catch a 4.4 second gap to try and take 3rd place. I don't think that's possible. It's now 4.7 seconds. It's much quicker than me in that sector. I think I'm going to have to settle for 6th position. Just do my best to not get caught by Vernie. I've gone wide. I've got the power far too early and I've spun the back end out. Similar mistake to what I made on lap 10. I've looking back to try and make sure that I didn't get hit there. Accidentally gone far too far across the track. My intention there was to stay nice and right so that both Hussein and Racing Genius could slip up my inside on the left. And as I was looking back to see where they were, I didn't realise quite how far across the track I've gone. Ended up getting in the way. Racing Genius though, very cleverly managing to avoid me by driving to the left. Can only apologise for that, it's completely my fault. Thankfully nothing came of it. But now, I've slipped back down to 8th place. I've got I've got two and a half laps left of this race. I was in 6th. It's going to be a very disappointing result if I'm finishing this in 8th. I've screwed that corner up. I'm far too deep. I'm losing time left, right and centre here. Very frustrated at this point. I know that I'm quicker than Racing Genius and Vernie, having caught them and passed them twice already this race. Now I need to catch them and overtake them for a 3rd time.
You're within 1 second of the car ahead.
I'm still in the DRS range of Racing Genius. I should be able to get him here. Gone nice and deep, get the car turned in, accelerate on the power much earlier than him with the DRS open. I should be able to effect a pass into turn 1. He's very quick though. I think I'll brake nice and early, follow him around this corner and try and pass him down the main straight. It's the clever thing to do. I've done that corner very nicely, so has he. Go nice and deep, he's locked up. I've also locked up. He's gone very wide and I've got a very good lineup. Accelerated maybe a second earlier than he has there. All the DRS. So curves, sorry. I'm past him even before I get to open the DRS. The DRS will just slingshot me even further forward. Brake at 150, it's very late braking there with DRS open, but somehow I've managed to get it slowed down. Very impressed with that. Now we've got a lap and a half to catch Vernie, who is 1.4 seconds ahead of me. Can we do it? It's a very exciting end to this race. Back down in 7th position though. Not as exciting as it could be. We've done that corner very nicely. Trail brake around the apex. Dabbed the throttle around there. Took the line a little bit too tight. Got this gone too wide there. Cut that corner again. That corner was my kryptonite, I guess you could say, on this track. As I said earlier, Sometimes it feels like the back end is stepping out, going around the left-hander. You feel like you have to turn right to stop it from spinning, and in doing so you end up cracking the corner. Not deliberate whatsoever. Then he's taken that corner very wide, it's giving me the opportunity to get right up on him. He's taken the inside line. I'll brake, I'll go around the outside of him, I'll get the cutback, block Racing Genius off, get on power nice and early. Sauber is very quick in a straight line, let's see how we do. Use all the curves. And he's still faster than me, now we open the DRS. Only just getting past. The car is ridiculous, brake 150 again, that's very late considering the tight line. We do manage to get it slowed down, block the cutback, and we've taken 6th place on the very last lap. We've overtaken Vernie and Racing Genius 3 times this race. Shouldn't have had to do that, but I made 2 mistakes which dropped me back down behind them, and I have to claw my way back. Very disappointing. Very ghost power out there, winning the race and getting a fastest lap on the last lap with a 128.3. My 128.6 is still my fastest lap from, I think, maybe lap 20, lap 19, something like that. It's very impressive. I'm not sure whether that was my fastest lap overall out of all the practices. I think it might have been. My pace during the race was much quicker than my practices. Seems to be a developing trait. As you can see, I've pulled a huge gap to Bernie behind me in just half a lap. Across the line, finished the race in 6th place. Angrily turning into the barrier. And let's take a look at the standings. As you can see, I've only done 3 races. I'm down in, I think 10. So I've got a 2nd, a 4th, a 6th. I joked at the end of the previous video after Korea, said, judging by the trend of 2nd and 4th, I'm going to get 6th the next race. It looks like that has come true. Let's just hope that I don't get 8th in the next race, because then I will probably just quit. If Mosby comes back into the league, it would be quite nice to see if I can catch up to him by the time he joins back to the league, and then see if I can beat him in the final couple of races if he's back by the USA. I think he said he was going to be out for 3 races, so we'll see about that. On to the next race in Abu Dhabi. That race will be, I can tell you the time of this video going up, that race has already been done. I'm going to be commentating it right now, and that should be up roughly at the same time as this video, so check that out on my channel. That was also a very exciting race. See you next time. Thanks for watching.